So, good morning, David,
Good morning.
and welcome to our BOWRA podcast. As we say, we're just going to ask a few questions for you to express about, what BOWRA means to you and how you came into it and so on. So I'll start off. So my first question to you is, what was the cause of your injury?
Well, I used to be a triathlete and sort of semi-professional cyclist, so I was at quite a high level. So I was competing in events on a national scale, and I was doing quite well. So cycling was a big thing to me, and then I had a major stress one day, and the following day I had a terrible accident while I was cycling in a peloton at speed, as one does, and drafting, so you're only about 2 or 3 inches behind the bike in front. And I had all the recordings, so I know that the impact that I had, I was run over at 67 miles an hour, which I was nearly killed. And I was unconscious for 4 days. And I think I don't think anyone thought I was going to survive, actually. But I went to Southampton Hospital. I had surgery because I had most of my spine was broken, and had loads of metal rods and several hours of operating. And then my daughter was in Australia at the time. She flew back. And then, well, I did slowly recover. So it was a cycling accident there. So that was.
Yeah. So you're pretty fit.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
I used to be. I've swum the Channel and I've done cycling, Lands-End on a Gross. I've done, so I was a competitive cyclist. And I thought I was going to do well in retirement, that I was going to do that stuff at a national level.
Yeah.
But such is not the case.
A lot of people have their strokes on the bus or at night, etc.
Yes,
to have a brain injury caused by an accident is.
So it was a car. Yes,
it was a car.
I was run over
at 67 miles an hour. Yeah.
Yes, I wrote his car off with my human body. So my bicycle was all right, but I wrote his car off. So I had to buy him a new car. Which I think lots of things seem unfair.
It does. That does seem unfair.
I had to buy him a new car. And I won't say what caused the stress. That was horrible as well.
Yeah.
And unfair.
So what year was this? You recall?
So, well, it was 2018. I'd had a lesser head injury a year before, which I was in hospital for that one briefly, and I think that caused what the major stress was that actually precipitated this event, was someone looking at a computer thing and saying something. It's very complicated. Anyway, I tend to analyse things a lot.
Well, that's because you're a former professional, I suppose.
Yes, yeah.
I remember when I first met you, so it was down Hamworthy Park, and you suddenly appeared around from the corner, and you said, I've been going sailing today, and it was cancelled, and I've heard about you guys. And how did you hear about BOWRA?
Well, I tend to research things around, and well, actually, the thing that I noticed was actually the tricycles. And I thought,
through your interest in cycling,
because of my interest in cycling, and I thought those looked like a particular make of ice tricycles, which are high-end tricycles. And I thought, who on earth is cycling those things? And then I found out it was to do with this head injury, and I was amazed by it. And I thought I was very impressed with the tricycles.
Yeah, because the first thing you said to me is, I've had a head injury. Do I qualify for your group? And I went, of course you do.
Yes. Well, that's right. Yes. Well, I thought I was interested in exercise and interested in the tricycles as well, for various reasons.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've been to BOWRA now probably around about 6 months, I think, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
What do you get out of BOWRA?
Well, the big thing I suppose recently has been about the trimarans, which BOWRA's got a lot of kit, a lot of kit to do with exercise and to do with sports, and I'm quite interested in sailing as well and the water, and BOWRA's got a particular type of trimaran, which actually are quite unusual in this country, a Hobie trimaran with a sail and a pedaling type of pedaling propulsion as well. So I was keen to, sounds quite complicated, but I was keen to go out of one. I thought they were quite bulky, but I wasn't going to buy these things myself because I don't want to have clutter around the house and taking them down to transport them. But BOWRA had got one of these trimarans, which was sitting in a shipping container and not being used very much, I don't think. I was keen to see if I could get it being used.
Yeah. Well, you've definitely used it twice. Well,
yes,
in the last
I have,
2 weeks. So what is your favourite thing about BOWRA? I mean, you've expressed that you like to do the physical activities. I mean, we do other activities and we do things throughout the winter as well. Are you going to get engaged with those activities as the year progresses?
Well, I'm keen. I suppose I've always been an adventurer in a way. So, I've done swam the Channel and done lands in John O'Groats, and, I'd be keen to go on an expedition somewhere or something. As long as
because you
safe.
sent me an email yesterday about
so I was just
walking.
Looking. Yeah, well, I was just looking at these things, and I was seeing that you've done these sort of trips and things in the past, and it just seemed fantastic. And I would be keen to go on these things rather than just a Wednesday lunchtime.
Absolutely. Well, we're trying always to expand.
Yes,
we got a group of trustees that are beavering away, sort of looking for how we can get additional funding. Because funding is the key thing to all of these rehabilitation sort of efforts. And as we get known around the country, and your podcast will help in that sense. We'll tell your story and get out to everybody in Dorset so we can get more people to join BOWRA. So thank you very much for joining our podcast and for telling us your story.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, that's right. It's been very interesting, I think, finding the psychology behind people's brain injury, which the psychology changes and people think differently.
Mm-hmm.
And but exercise is important, though, and it's been wonderful to actually keep that. And I suppose for the other people, everyone respects everyone who's in BOWRA, and you don't get criticised.